Hello, everybody, and I'm hoping you can hear me. I'm trying something new. There's supposed to be a mic in these, and according to I'm not muted, and according to the testing, I could be heard. So when somebody comes on, if they can let me know with a thumbs up if you can hear me. If not, this whole video is going to be just watching me with lip service. So if you are watching, please give me a thumbs up that you can hear me. I'm just going to go on my regular Facebook because the reason being is that if you're on Facebook, you won't be able to hear me, or you won't be, I can't. Oh, you hear me. Okay. That's all I needed to know. Thank you. Yeah. So if you're on my regular Facebook, the Mary June Tracy, I don't see your comments. I only see comments from the Guru Mama and from YouTube. Those are the only comments I see. So that's why I went on there. That's why I went on my phone. So blessings to you all. Thank you all for joining me. Thank you for coming out. I will go back and look at the comments, definitely. Oh my God, something just happened. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. Anyways, I'm still here. Whew. What crazy. Of course, I always say what crazy energies, but I mean, we have a beautiful trine, like a Jupiter trine the sun. That is, whenever I see somebody with a Jupiter trine or a Jupiter um, conjunction with the sun, it's a beautiful energy. And when I see that in somebody's chart and they're having issues, I'm just like, you know what? It's like things always will work out for you. It might seem like you're going through some chaos, but things work out for you. And we have this energy right now where things are going to, this is giving us these opportunities to really move through reality. This is where the magician comes in. And the magician, when you see the magician card, it has all of the elements on its table, right? And this is us being the magician, adding our passion and going into it and not having freakouts. Um, we could very easily, with this energy, go to pieces. This energy could take us into so many different realities because there's so many different timelines coming in that we may feel stuck and getting into a stuck reality and separating us from what we really truly want to do. And this is us gathering our energies and whatever reality, whatever's happening in this world right now, there's a reason for it. Even as we're looking into, and I pulled up some news articles here, and I mean, we have right now, okay, Kentucky, God sending out blessings out in Kentucky. So flooding. Um, the Mead Lake in the United States, the lowest it's ever been. The Pope is in Canada. Like, who would have thought the Pope would come back to Canada? But he's in Canada. He said sorry. So the Pope visits to Canada sparks calls to renounce centuries of old doctrine of discovery. So the Pope is here. I don't know if they're going to get any doctrine, um, rescinding the doctrine. To rescind a doctrine in the Catholic Church isn't something like the Pope just says, okay, I'm going to rescind this doctrine or I'm going to take this off the book. Doesn't work that way. It's like asking for a law to change. The law, it has to go through a process in order for things to change, like everything else. But they're asking for that. Ukraine presses for Russia to be designated as a terrorist sponsor after attack on on prisoners. Um, so we have all of this chaos. Those are just some of the headlines. The Caribbean Carnival's heading off in Toronto. So we have all of this energy that's out there that's really wanting you to get stuck in certain realities. And here's the energy coming in and saying, you don't have to be stuck. We know about these things that are going on. We understand that these are going on. We know that and I've been saying we've been in a recession, and it's been announced we're in a recession. Now I think we're in a depression. Fine. What I see with all of this, I'm like, fine, you guys like, what? Is that there's a silver lining to all of these random pieces. All of this craziness that's coming into this world is getting us, it's shaking us to change, getting us to see things in a new realm, in a new way, and not continue to get stuck in the old realities. This energy is coming in, and for us not to get caught up in how the future is going to be, not to get caught up, oh my God, will there ever be rain again? Or, look at all the crops dying. This is like, okay, we see that. Yet there is this higher energy of constant, beautiful that's coming in that is unknown to bring in something new. And that's with the North Node, Uranus, and Mars. Even just Mars and Uranus conjuncting. That's crazy, especially at the degrees they're at right now, the 18 degrees in Taurus. This is bringing in, can bring in a lot of worries because it's in Earth. So everything to do with Earth, it can bring in worries. It can be bringing in, oh my God, how are things going? And us going down crazy rabbit holes. But this is bringing in a shaking up of the earth and bringing in some really shocking things. The thing is, when we look at and we think something's unexpected, is it truly unexpected? Or did we actually have a knowingness that we just ignored? And that's where Uranus is. Remember, I said Uranus is the crazy uncle you invite to Christmas dinner, and he says something. But he says something that's the truth that maybe you've been thinking or you've been feeling that you just know, yeah, this is the truth. This is the reality of what is being said, and you know it. So there is this energy that is a constant dance with the divine, with this earthly energy. There's this dance that is happening, and it might be very intense, but dance is bringing us into a transformation, and we can't jump ahead. We can't jump into something other than what it is right now. We need to process all the parts and get into the emotional body to feel the transformation in order for us to be able to be prosperous, to grow, to allow ourselves to come into these uncharted lands, because it's earth energy. It's earth energy coming in and saying, okay, here we're going on a trail. We haven't been on this trail, but we can't go to the very end because we don't know the end. We don't know the end. We might think we know the end, but we don't know the end because we haven't gone through the trail. We haven't gone through each of the passageways. And this is where, in order for us to create a better relationship, better money, better creativity in whatever we're creating, our projects, our job, there is a process, and we have to go through each of these steps. And in going through each of these steps, in opening each of these doors, is going to bring us some new wonders, some crazy upsets, and some wonderful bounty. But in order for us to get, I'm going to say, to the promised land, we have to go through the process of it all. And that means in all the crazy talk that's out there, nuclear war, famine, price hikes, all of that. I mean, that's the mundane world. That's what you're hearing. Soaring unemployment. What else? There's so much more of the craziness. Gas, whatever. I always feel like there's just something there that's going to be better, because this is not the first time the world has gone through transformation and craziness. It might feel like it because it's our first time of actually kind of feeling it. This is not the first time we've had, this threat of war. I mean, the world's gone through this before. But in that essence, in that craziness of whatever it is, there is this energy that's coming in that is a constance, that is bringing in this of sewing all of the pieces together, all of the crazy pieces coming together in some kind of mismatch quilt that is going to change our landscape to something better. And this is where we have to be willing to be open, understanding that all things happen for a reason, and that we are moving through things and doing something that doesn't have you figure things out. This is especially this weekend. It's about really going through and doing the things that you need to do, like cleaning up the backyard, going out harvesting the vegetables and the fruits, or doing whatever it is that needs to be done. Allowing yourself to go through that and not try to figure out every single piece along the way. This is about if you want to go for a walk on the beach, by the river, in the mountains, allowing yourself to move through this and be in the reality of adventure. Because there is this beautiful adventure that's unfolding for us. And this adventure it's going to get crazier. It really is. But it's also sewing together pieces that need to come together. And in doing that, sometimes there's going to be bunching up. I don't know if any of you sew, like things may not align, or it's going to be the wrong type of material, or feels like the wrong type of material you're using. Or it's just not connecting. It's slipping around too much, right? And that's the whole thing. That's beautiful. So making barbecue sauce and beatniks. Ooh, it sounds yummy. So doing these types of things are going to bring in a lot of beauty for you. And even though there's so much out there, and I know of the threats and everything else, and this is trusting in your emotional body, trusting in what you need to do. And that could be, people might be saying, oh, you're prepping too much. Well, you know what? I feel like I have to do that. I feel like I need to make more barbecue sauce, or I want to make salsa, or this is what I feel like my energy's pulling me to do. So I'm going to do it. My energy's pulling, to create more content. Okay, what does that look like? Allowing yourself to step into that creativity, into that knowingness. Maybe you don't know how to do it. So you got to get out a recipe and you got to follow it step by step. Or you got to follow a video step by step in order for you to understand how to make the content that you want to make. It's like when I took a course and I got very frustrated because it was having to look at um, putting your content online and having to write things out. And I'm not a writer outer, actually. A lot of times I'm just going to go do it and teach it. But it really taught me to show, okay, you know what? You need to have some timelines in here. How long is your intro? How long is section 1? How long is section 2 going to be? What are you going to fill in with this? How is it going to lead into the next section? It really got me to think of a flow. And as frustrating as I was with it got me out of like a place where I thought I needed to have all of the control, or I think I know, and getting yourself out of that thinking I know everything when you really don't, and stepping into allowing for things to come into the adventure and for you to really seek into some beautiful energy that wants to unfold for us. I'm not going to say it's easy. I'm not going to say that everything's going to be hunky dory and it's going to be coming up roses. No, there's going to be some crazy energies that are coming in. It seems terrible that this flood is happening, yet maybe there's something that's going to come after the flood. Maybe there's going to be some new growth, or they're going to find that, hey, these buildings were shit to begin with, and we need to make better buildings. We need to look at different ways so this doesn't happen again. So the river is reinforced better. This is getting you out of like, oh, everything's fine, I'm just going to continue doing things the old way. And something's going to come in and say, no, the old way's not working. You got to look at something new. You got to look at something better. And it's going to lead you to that different spot that you weren't expecting. But you got to go with that flow. You got to be able to allow yourself to open that door and open the next one and open the next one and open the next one. And as you do that, it brings you to a place where life can be beautiful in amongst the crazy and the chaos and the upsetting energies that can be around. So tomorrow there's going to be a beautiful crescent moon as this Leo sun is separating from that new moon. It's allowing yourself to move away and into the fullness of the bounty of the world and the bounty that comes in. We have the moon in Virgo all this week and all this weekend. So it's going to be busy. You're going to be wanting to do things, get out. Virgo's very busy. It doesn't just like to sit down. That means it'll look at a wall and say, hey, I need to paint. It'll take everything down and paint a wall in an afternoon or something. Allow yourself to go with that energy. For me, earth energies do make me tired, so I just pace myself through it and pace myself through the energies as I move on in it. And that's honoring understanding where my Virgo is in my chart too. So don't freak out. Don't go into the freakouts over the finance. Don't go over the freakouts in the relationships. This is where you need to be open to something even more into your alignment. Let's pull some cards. I got the fairy cards here again. Sorry. Dry throat and I ran out of coffee. Excuse me. So if you are wanting a reading, my readings are on sale till Sunday, and then that's it. Then comes August 1st, rabbit. So if you're wanting to get a reading done or you're wanting to purchase a reading, definitely get a hold of me. I know Sunday's all booked up right now, but I will have time next week and in the coming week. So I do have times available. You just have to get a hold of me. That's what you got to do. It's not up to me to get a hold of you. It's up to you to get a hold of me if you want to purchase something. The Prince of Autumn. So this is about, he's a little bit mischievous, right? But it's about allowing yourself to go forward. So there's needing a little push to get going. So here it is, the Prince of Pentacles. He needs, let's get going. Let's get things done. Things are going to move in a beautiful direction. You can't just sit still and expect everything to happen to you. You got to move through it. You got to have a very positive energy about it and not get down the bitch lane. So stay off the bitch lane. Get off the bitch lane. Get over near to the happy lane. And with that, we got the Queen of Autumns, but she did come up reversed. And I know this deck doesn't like reversed, but this means, about practical with respect of how you proceed. So are you being practical in what you're doing? It's the Queen reversed. I mean, she loves her shit. This is the Queen of Taurus. Taurus is the most steady, slow-paced energy that you can get, right? And with the Taurus energy, they know what they want. They know where they're going. This is what I want to do. This is how I want to do it. This is what I like. This is what I don't like. Here we have the Prince of Autumn coming in, the Page of Autumn coming in and saying, yeah, I need to get moving. I need to get going. And I really need to look at what is my priorities of doing what I do. What is my feeling about all of this? And with that, the seven of springs. So you got to be assertive. You got to kick yourself in the ass to get back there. Don't back down on what you believe in. Don't back down on what you want to do. If this is what you are wanting to create, you love your farming, you love doing readings. Don't back down from doing readings. Don't stop from doing them. Don't stop from doing your spiritual work. Get out there, do it. Allow yourself to step into that beautiful energy and be assertive. Go there. That's your spiritual advice. And your overall energy with this is here comes the Prince of Spring. So this is like taking action. This is, this is the night. We're going ahead. We're going and we're going to go do this and allow yourself to step in and do it and take that action. Take that action that needs to happen. Don't sit around. Don't sit and pout and be on the bitch lane. Get off the fucking bitch lane and be in the happy lane. Somebody said something that pissed you off. Okay, they said something. Maybe they didn't meanfully say something. So get off of it, shake it all off, and move over and say, yeah, you know what? I'm going to create a better day. And maybe you have to keep on repeating that. I'm going to create a better day. God bless you, sending you love and light, sending you peace and joy and whatever it is. Sorry, I offended you. Sorry, I pissed to not be so bitchy about whatever it is that you're bitchy about. So step into the beauty of it. Have some self-confidence. You got it, baby. And may the Lord and Lady watch over and bless you in all that you say, do, and be. So have a great one and get hold of my sale before it's gone, everybody. So blessed be, and we will talk to you guys maybe tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. Blessings.